This is the moment where survivors decide to become legends. Your comeback isn't just another chapter. It's your redemption arc, written in blood, sweat, and unshakable conviction. What's behind you is ashen memory. What's ahead is uncharted territory, waiting for your footprints. Take every second you need to stitch yourself back together, to let your wounds become wisdom, to allow the universe to conspire in your favor while you rebuild in silence. The past doesn't get a vote in your future unless you hand it the ballot. Nobody ever rewrote their destiny by idling at opportunity's doorstep. This is your wake-up call screaming through the noise. Get up, get moving, get after the life you've been rehearsing in your mind at 3 a.m. when nobody's watching. The clock is your cruelest companion and your greatest teacher. It ticks without mercy, without pause, without apology. Every heartbeat is borrowed time you'll never reclaim. So stop negotiating with comfort. Stop bargaining with mediocrity. Stand up, step out, sprint toward the future version of yourself that's been waiting for you to stop making excuses. Listen, somebody out there needs to hear this right now, and maybe that somebody is you. You survived. You're still breathing, still standing, still fighting after everything tried to break you. Welcome to your year of becoming, not just surviving. The battles carved you into something harder, something unbreakable. But here's your promise to keep. Don't let the warfare change what beats in your chest. That fire, that hunger, that relentless drive that got you here. More obstacles are coming, more mountains to climb, more demons to face down in the mirror. But if anyone can conquer what's ahead, it's not them, it's you. It's always been you. Every great story lives in the valleys before the peaks. In the darkness before dawn breaks open the sky. Your favorite films, the ones that gut you and inspire you in equal measure, they work because they understand that transformation demands descent before ascension. So when you're in the trenches right now, drowning in this particular scene of your life, remember, you're not watching a tragedy. You're starring in an epic. Pain stretches on. Progress feels glacial. But you're writing this script with every choice, every morning you choose to show up, every night you refuse to quit. Your life is an unfinished masterpiece, and nobody knows the ending yet. Make it extraordinary. Make it unforgettable. Make it worth every scar. Time is the only currency that matters because it's the only one that's irreversibly spent. You're making a choice right this second. Invest your hours into evolution or incinerate them on distraction. You choose growth or you choose decay. There's no neutral ground. Feeling like you're never enough, like there's always another summit to climb, another standard you're falling short of. That's the burden of ambition. This earth journey is beautifully, brutally isolating. Those early days when you scan the horizon for someone to save you and realize the only face staring back is your own, that's the moment you discover your superpower. You've committed to pursuing something beyond ordinary, something that demands more than most people will ever give. And that commitment costs you warmth sometimes. It costs you company. It costs you easy answers. Loneliness isn't failure. It's the price of admission to greatness. Discomfort is a gym where champions are forged. Being exhausted, pushing past every rational stopping point, training when your body screams for mercy. That's where adaptation lives. That's where you don't just survive, but transform into something stronger, faster, more resilient. The pain isn't punishment. The pain is a tuition for becoming unbreakable. To achieve anything worth remembering, you have to sacrifice everything else. Your comfort, your social life, your temporary happiness, sometimes even your dignity. Pour it all into the altar of your purpose. The ego craves validation, but the objective individual knows the goal eclipses all feelings. Find that purpose beyond emotion, that cold, clear focus that drives you forward even when joy abandons you. Everything that damages you is an opportunity to overcome. Everything that breaks you is raw material for your reconstruction. Find the pain, study it, dismantle it, use as fuel. What looks effortless to everyone watching was agony nobody witnessed. They'll see your success. They'll applaud your progress. They'll never see the 3 a.m. tears, the failures you hid, the times you want to quit but didn't. They'll never understand the price you paid in private. Let that knowledge fuel you. Let it remind you that easy wasn't on the menu excellence was. There's a brutal middle passage in every transformation where you're too different for your old tribe, but haven't found your new one yet. You've outgrown Friday nights that no longer satisfy you, but you haven't yet become the person you're building toward. This liminal space, this nowhere land between who you were and who you're becoming. It's excruciating and necessary. You'll feel pressure to retreat, to slip back into comfortable mediocrity, where at least you fit in. Resist. That lonely chapter separating your past from your purpose is the forge. Almost nobody who's become somebody skipped this part. Endure it. Trust it. Keep building. Somewhere in the isolation, you'll discover the power of your own mind. Deep meditation, relentless visualization, absolute belief in thoughts becoming reality. You'll realize your mind doesn't just perceive the world. It constructs it atom by atom, choice by choice. Your self-belief isn't confidence. It's prophecy. The only acceptance worth having is accepting the chasm between who you are and who you're capable of becoming. That gap isn't failure. It's opportunity. You don't deserve to be that better version yet, but you can do the work that creates them. And you must understand, big dreams demand big suffering. Hard times aren't evidence you're on the wrong path. Hard times are confirmation you're on the right one. To get what you've never had requires doing what you've never done. That's the equation. That's the exchange rate. Nothing changes if you don't change. Your transformation demands your old self's death. Winning isn't for talented. Winning is for the obsessed. You must become consumed by the goal, the journey, the rejection, the pain, the microscopic victories you celebrate before locking in again. Most of the process is misery. Most days you'll wake up not wanting to do what needs doing. But within that grind, you'll find moments, breakthroughs, opportunities, encounters that make every sacrifice worth it. Give yourself long enough to experience those moments. Stay in the game long enough to reach the summit. Look back and realize how far you've climbed. The difference between success and failure isn't talent. It's who stayed in the room longer, who refused to quit when quitting would have been easier. Why you expect your dreams to materialize in 3 months. Leonardo da Vinci painted for 30 years before creating the Mona Lisa. Doctors train for over a decade before healing independently. Masters aren't born. They're forged through thousands of hours of showing up after motivation died. Your business, your art, your craft won't bloom overnight. It's meant to be cultivated with patience and persistence. What if Da Vinci quit in year 2? What masterpieces would have vanished? What if you quit now? What version of yourself dies unborn? The difference between success and failure is simple. Who stayed longer? Who kept working after everyone else went home? Keep going, not because success is guaranteed, but because quitting guarantees failure. The clock ticks either way. Spend it becoming extraordinary. Sometimes your suffering exists because you won't release what's destroying you. Let it go. Sacrifice a relationship with anyone impeding your growth. Often, when you release something with genuine willingness to lose it, it resolves itself and returns improved. But you must be willing to sacrifice it first. If you're drowning right now, waiting for circumstances to improve, stop. That's not how this works. Take action. Control what you can control. Your nutrition, your thoughts, your movement, your hydration, your associations. Execute on these controllable factors daily. Continue even when life improves. Suffering is life's truest test. In suffering, we forget our strength. You must believe in yourself, but that belief lives inside you. You have to dig for it. Without that internal excavation, you'll spend your life searching externally, always wondering why you feel incomplete. Others will project their insecurities onto you. Flush them out. Discard them. Use the hurt they intend for you as rocket fuel. Transform negative into positive. That's the alchemy of champions. You are your greatest investment, more valuable than crypto, real estate, or any external asset. You generate the returns. You build your world. Invest in your mind, body, and spirit above everything else. The greatest investment you'll ever make stares back at you from a mirror. High performers hold themselves to standards higher than anyone imposes on them. That's what separates greatness from average, well from survival, legendary from forgotten. You'll never become great doing what's expected. Greatness requires self-imposed excellence that invites criticism. When people question why you work so hard, remember, if you wanted their results, you'd follow their path. Life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. Your mind and body become more resilient. Same challenges, different response, because you found solutions within reach. Anything can be learned through desire and repetition. The only thing separating you from mastery is hunger and practice. Train alone. Study when others rest. When they head to the bar or sink into the couch, you're analyzing, improving, grinding. Tiger Woods revolutionized golf not with natural talent, but with obsessive work ethic. While others hit the clubhouse, he hit the gym. There are no shortcuts. Books don't give it. Courses don't teach it. You must teach yourself through relentless desire. You won't let yourself finish where you started. You won't let yourself end where you began. What's inside you remains invisible to others, for now. But you possess something more valuable than courage, patience. You will become what you know you are. We don't rise to the standards we maintain publicly. We fall to the standards we keep privately. The work nobody sees defines who you really are versus who you claim to be. Every day you earn your rest. Every day you wake up and it's hard. Every day you complete it and feel better. The cycle repeats. It sucks, you feel better. Each step defeats the demon again. Delayed gratification. 2 words that define success in any endeavor. Contentment with repetitive action, making reasonable daily progress. Impatience guarantees failure. 99% of achievement requires preparation, practice, and repetitive action. Don't wait for the perfect plan. A bad plan executed beats a perfect plan delayed. Implementation provides information. Waiting provides nothing but aging and misery. Take action. Gather data. Adjust. Move forward. Yes, it will take years. Yes, it will be crushingly hard. But what were you planning to do instead? You already know it will take time. You already know it will hurt. The problem isn't the difficulty. It's your secret hope for a shortcut. There isn't one. There's only the work, the repetition, the silence where nobody applauds. Most people can't handle that part, so they quit or restart or stall indefinitely to avoid sitting in the discomfort. But time passes regardless. So what's your alternative? Scroll endlessly? Tweak the plan for the 15th time? Keep discussing potential without executing? This is a trade. Suffer now through the process or suffer later through regret. One hurts. The other haunts. Choose wisely. Self-talk without real work is delusion. If you didn't study but tell yourself you'll pass, you're lying. Effective self-talk reminisces on the struggle that prepared you for this moment. You must put yourself in the moment 1,000,000 times beforehand through preparation. Here's how to achieve anything. Clear vision, daily learning, daily building, persistence, and iteration. Make these your highest priorities. Most people don't know what they want because they haven't identified what they don't want. True learning is painful. It's not memorization or grades. Most people dabble rather than build. They chase the initial dopamine hit, then quit when progress flatlines. Most don't improve from failure. They get discouraged and lose the internal battle between their lower and higher selves. Don't be most people. Fear failure profoundly. Let that fear drive you to work twice as hard. The most successful minds are terrified of failure, and that terror fuels their relentless effort. There's no magic pill. Only grit and determination separate winners from wishers. Your purpose doesn't require a paycheck, fame, or grand scale. It doesn't need to be your career. Your purpose can be something you do weekends or evenings, something nobody can take from you. Find something that breaks your heart open, then get involved. Use your passion to serve others. That service becomes your purpose. The most important conversation is the one in your head. You wake with it, walk with it, eventually act on it. Inaction accomplishes nothing. Even without a clear mission, prepare yourself. Build skills. Position yourself for when opportunity appears. You don't choose when inspiration strikes or when a mission reveals itself, but you choose your readiness and skill level. Life is continued work, constant learning, constant improvement. Spiritual, emotional, and physical development never stops. Fear comfort. Fear those small victories that make you think you've arrived. You've done nothing yet. Keep the whip cracking behind you. Each lash teaches you what you can endure. As long as you keep moving forward, you witness your own capacity. That realization, discovering what you're truly capable of, is profoundly satisfying. Even in misery's trenches, everything is your fault. If you're the CEO of your life, you're responsible for success and failure alike. If you reach life's end, and it's not what you wanted, whose fault is that? Yours. If you create the life you dreamed of, whose fault is that? Yours. Stop playing victim. Decide to become the CEO of your existence. First step, believe it yourself before anyone else does. No reason for plan B. It distracts from plan A. Commit completely. This is what you believe. You're willing to die for it. Period. There are no manuals, no shortcuts, no secrets. You write your own manual. You create your own shortcuts. You discover your own secrets. Go where you're drawn. Learn by doing the work. If it seems overwhelming, perfect, wake up and do it anyway. You don't improve automatically. Improvement requires intentional decision-making. Transform from a person of good intentions into a person of good actions. That's the separator. The most important key to success. Decide on your goal, then launch. Get started. Take action. Move. The first step separates winners from losers. Sometimes life's test isn't the hardship itself. It's how you handle it. And if it's designed for you to fail, the real test is how you respond to that failure. Your story will be the greatest ever told. Be grateful you're overweight, that your mindset's scattered, that you haven't treated loved ones well, that you haven't worked hard enough, that you haven't made impact yet, that you got comfortable. Because when you change, the story becomes legendary. Winners write history. No matter how difficult the season, just win. Keep going until victory arrives. Once you win, you rewrite whatever history you want. That understanding has carried countless people through impossible periods. When you truly want something, you find a way eventually. Maybe not today or next year, or even in 10 years. But if something takes priority over everything else, you'll achieve it. Sometimes desire isn't enough fuel. You need a burning desire that outweighs everything else. You're going to die. Everyone whose opinion you fear will die. In 300 years, nobody will remember whether you did the thing or let fear beat you into submission. People will judge you either way, for trying or for wasting potential. Every direction comes with criticism. Choose to endure criticism while doing what you love, or endure criticism while dying with regret. Most people are too focused on their own lives to care much about yours anyway. Do what doesn't harm others. And don't wait for guarantees. Hard work doesn't guarantee success, and nobody tells you when it will pay off. That's the test. Maintaining patience without knowing when the end arrives. Believing in yourself regardless of who else believes. Taking ownership without excuses or blame. Control your ego. Own everything in your world, the good and bad. Own your mistakes, shortfalls, and problems. Then own the solutions. If it seems impossible, even better. Do it anyway. Guard your spark. It's precious. That spark is you and your work are one and the same. Now get to work. Maybe this chapter is meant for solitude. Maybe you need to practice independence. Do what you've postponed. Be bored and lonely. Maybe that's necessary to reassemble yourself. To evolve into your next version, you must discover who you truly are. When your life aligns with your vision, life's forces rise to meet you. Most people live chaotic lives because chaos rules their minds. Get clear internally, and external life clarifies. You may be in your darkest hour, but night doesn't last forever. Morning is coming. Stay down until you come up. When you can't find meaning, you distract yourself with pleasure. What's your definition of all in? Everyone discusses early mornings and hard work, but that's not all in. Everyone here works hard and has talent. Talent is a gift, not a promise. If you want your day to feel easy, do the most difficult, least wanted task first. Do what you don't want to do, and you'll have everything you've ever wanted. Elevate, dominate, win. Be that person. You must believe. Without the ability to resist, manage, and overcome doubts and obstacles, you won't succeed. This isn't the year to discuss problems. It's a year to solve them. Decide who you want to become. You can't drift or back into a new life. Design it. Envision the specific version of yourself you respect and want to become. Make decisions with such firm intention that the energy carried exceeds hardwired programs and emotional addictions. Your body must respond to a new mind. This requires energy beyond normal consciousness. When you change your energy, you change your life. Accept what happened. Accept reality. It's one thing to intellectually accept that life isn't fair. It's entirely different to accept that what happened won't change. Every challenge you face and push through, being patient, persevering, staying consistent, represents a greater victory than anything easily attained. You're equipped with everything needed to make it through the battle to the next level. Faith and worry don't coexist. They're enemies. You must have faith. Suffering is unavoidable. You can run, but eventually you'll face who you are. That's your starting point. Holding on to wishes prolongs suffering. Most internal pain comes from wanting things different than they are. Rumi wrote, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. Nothing sustainable or worthwhile comes easily. Face yourself. Face your shadow. Face your demons. Your lack of commitment insults those who believe in you. People believe in you, and half commitment isn't who you are. It doesn't honor those who believe in you. Give back to them. Everything's within reach. You just have to work for it. There's no easy road. It's long. Everyone wanting something doesn't understand the steps required. That's true in entertainment and all life aspects. You can't escape work. To truly change means thinking greater than your environment. Every great historical figure knew this. William Wallace, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Queen Elizabeth, Joan of Arc. They had visions alive in their minds. So alive they lived as if that reality was already happening. Can you believe in a future you can't see or sense yet, but have thought about enough that your brain changes to look like the event already happened? Take everything you must do today and rank them from least to most wanted. Starting with what you least want to do transforms your day. By completion, only enjoyable tasks remain. You're proud of yourself for doing something difficult and uncomfortable, and you're excited for the rest of the day. How does suffering give you purpose? The process of bearing struggle develops, strengthens, teaches, and readjusts you, but not randomly. You're taking steps closer to embodying your truth. You could be the one if you wanted. You know that, but you play the what-if game. What if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? You'll be happy, right? You can't want to win, but fear losing. If you lock in on the vision, how could you not win? Only your mentality can cause defeat. That's between you and you. There's a moment when every person realizes nobody's coming to save them. That's when they become an adult. The best day is when you realize nobody's coming to save, help, or push you. You're the only one who can save yourself. Allow what you do and feel isn't your fault, but nobody's coming to save you. You must return to where it started and courageously fix what broke you. The problems in your life are your responsibility. The answers are in your hands. It's time to decide who you'll be. Will you be one of millions who wish and dream about who they want to be? Or will you actually become that person? Your potential is determined by how much uncertainty you embrace. Whatever position you're in, you must work yourself out of it. If you're honest about what you want and take responsibility for creating it, you will succeed. Nobody else sees the dream you have, the vision you glorify in your mind, the ideal you enthrone in your heart. You'll build your life by it and become it. Nobody's coming to help. It's you against you. Period. Will you lead with action or empty promises? Many don't want to admit the reason they're not where they want to be is themselves. That's a difficult statement to accept. What is life? Are you happy with it? Does each breath make you smile? Have you earned that? What have you done with your life beyond normality? Each breath is time. Unless you've done something meaningful with it, it's forgotten. There's no footprint of your existence for anyone to follow. Life is time. A remembered life, where footsteps inspire others, happens when time meets opportunity and action. They collide to create a life of remembrance. You don't have to be special. Just get up daily. Put one foot in front of the other. Work hard to be a little better than yesterday. One day you'll wake up and realize you've changed yourself and are living the life you once envied. Something inside made you who you are. Your mindset said, if someone did it, you can too. If nobody did it, you can be first. If you're at the point where you can't take it anymore, stand up and take on life again. Because you can. The pain doesn't end, and that's terribly sorry. But pain doesn't own you. Feel it all you want, but don't let it paralyze you. Whatever brought you to breaking point is done because you don't break. You stand up and get better despite everything. We blame other people, our past, circumstances for taking our power and making work difficult. It's not them. It's you. You're the common denominator in your failures. Even if external factors play roles, focusing on blame keeps you stagnant. What happened around you doesn't matter. What will you do now? People struggle with the concept that something can be both painful and empowering. This hurts, therefore it's bad, isn't accurate. Taking full accountability for your life with all its deficiencies may be the most painful thing you do. Looking in the mirror and saying, "This is my fault," hurts. But saying it's your fault means it's your responsibility, and your action can change it. If it's your fault, not anyone else's, you hold the power to fix it. If one piece of advice could reach all humanity, it would be, believe in yourself beyond doubt. Don't rely on anyone to believe in or push you. Believe in yourself alone, and let that make you better. Stop wasting your gift. Every day you can improve, work on goals, and become who you want to be is a gift, a blessing. A day will come when that opportunity vanishes. But that day isn't today. You have an obligation to seize the opportunity before you, the opportunity that might pass by if you keep ignoring it. You can blame circumstances, issues, ridicule. You know what happens? Nothing. More of the same. More laughter, shame, frustration. Real regret at life's and that you never took responsibility for building yourself into what you could be. You're not where you're supposed to be because you gave yourself an option, an out, an excuse, room not to do it. Go inside yourself. Stop looking outside for what's already inside. Stop waiting for someone to save you. You're already your own superhero. Stop seeking information when you already have what you need in your head. Time to get up and be your best version. Somebody's counting on you. You must parent yourself. Push yourself. Without understanding that, you won't make your dreams come true. We're not wired for effortless motivation. You weren't born that way, weren't raised that way, and aren't that way as an adult. Tremendous liberation comes when you accept you'll always need to push yourself. The version of you that got here is expired. It was built to survive the last chapter, not lead the next. Want a new level? Build a new identity, new standards, discipline, mindset. You don't keep old habits and expect upgraded results. That's not how this works. Figure out who the next version of you is and start becoming them now. You either evolve or stay stuck. Stuck doesn't serve you anymore. The deck is stacked against everyone because life is difficult and we all die. What's the alternative? Take responsibility and struggle uphill because the alternative makes everything worse. Nobody will save you, make it easy, or live your life for you. Nobody can endure your pain, choose your struggles, experience your growth from loss, build your confidence through failures, rebuild the pieces, gain the strength, earn the rewards. Nobody can write your story, tell you what it meant, make impossible choices, and live with eternal consequences. You get to do that. You have the honor and privilege to suffer, overcome, suffer again, and overcome again. This is called being alive, being human. And no, nobody else can do that for you either. We must take responsibility for ourselves. The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold, but unmade decisions. You're stressed because you have decisions to make and you're not making them. Make the decision. Take the action. Become who you were always meant to be.